tenderly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out with Oscar Bimpong show. And as usual, we are here to inspire, we are here to motivate, we are here to encourage, we are here to give knowledge, and we are here to cause you to believe again. And tonight is no exception because we always bring you the best of experts, the best of consultants, the best of talented people, the best of people doing exceptionally well in their communities, and people who have got inspirational stories just to inspire you for you to succeed in pursuit of life and vision. Now, before I go, I would like to give a few mention of our sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy. That is your business training and consulting needs. That is for all your business training and consulting needs, contact Train to Inspire Consultancy. They work with different consultants across the globe to really help in helping your business to really strategically position itself in the marketplace. These consultants are experts in their various field of endeavor to really deliver bespoke training needs for you. Also, ALS Global Shipping and Logistics. That is your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call them and they will sort you out. Also, ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched their ZPay mobile money USSD code, which is *270#. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Then Wheels for Sure. Wheels for Sure says that it doesn't matter your credit history. You can walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. Wheels for Sure is one of the most amazing companies that is helping people during this COVID-19 crisis to really drive to work. Why? Because a lot of people don't want to take public transport, and a lot of people don't also have good credit to really buy the car of their choice. But Who's for Sure say it doesn't matter. Come to them and you walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. When you call them, code T2Y 2020, and they will give you a very good deal. Also, if you want to get the contact details of any of our sponsors, the numbers are scrolling on the screen. Take them and contact them. When you tell them that you got the number from T2Y TV UK, and you are more likely to get a very good deal. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our programs or you want to advertise, just take the T2Y TV UK or Train to Inspire Consultancy UK Train to Inspire Consultancy number and contact us. A lot of businesses cannot go to mainstream media to advertise. With us, we are very affordable. And trust me, if you come to us as a consulting firm, we will also help your business to grow in terms of business development and help you to strategically position yourself in the marketplace. Also, if you want to support this platform with any form of resource, saying that we are doing a very good job and you want to support us, just take the T2Y TV UK number or Train to Inspire Consultancy number and let's talk. Now, who do I have on the hot seat? This man is not new to my shows. Back in the days, I've been in this business for the last 10 years, and he's been on my show, and he left to do something pragmatic, something very important, and he has come back. And who is this person that I'm talking about? He's a global project manager, Africa at Sea Water Solutions in the UK, and also he's a curator, Clean Air One Atmosphere Ghana. He is in the person of Dr. Collins Gameli Hodoli. Please welcome to Step Out with Oscar Bimpo, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you very much, and thank you to your listeners and viewers.
Thank you as well. And
glad to be here again.
Yes, it's been a long time, isn't it?
It is.
Yes. Actually, you really pursued your PhD program, and tell me briefly about it.
It's just simply a roller coaster sort of thing, but then at the end of the day, grace is sufficient, and we're done, basically. So, trying to see the knowledge we've acquired, what we can do with it, to the benefits of humanity, as well as to better my own life and family.
Wow. And congratulations to that one as well.
Thank you very much.
So officially you are Dr. Collins Gamili Hodoli, yeah? For those that don't know, that are still calling you Collins, we want them to be aware.
It's fine, we're not bothered about titles. It's just what we have to do.
I understand, but it's a difficult task. So
that's right. That's right.
Then we have to give you the necessary accolade in terms of you being able to achieve that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, let's go straight to our topic for discussion, and that is, what is the relationship between your talent and career development?
Right.
And to go straight to business, I would like to really ask, what is talent?
Just basically, we cannot really pinpoint what exactly talent is. There is not specific definition. Some say, is a combination of acquired skills. Some say is something which you're inborn, sort of is an inborn trait. So it comes to you naturally, effortlessly. You don't struggle to undertake that. For instance, if you're doing a task, maybe writing, it just comes to you like that. It flows, without you struggling. So we could say it's a combination of skills and some genetic relationship. So it's anything that comes to you naturally, anything that you can easily do is or could be defined as a talent. But that is not a classical definition, because we cannot define talent without generation, and we cannot define talent without location. When I say generation, in terms of being born within a specific date or birth date. So talent is tied to generations. So, for instance, our generation is a millennial generation, and our parents are termed as, those that are centennials. And what happened in this case is that within that process, or within that period, they were somewhat defined as, the workaholics. So their talent or whatever comes to them naturally was tied to that happening or the occurrences within that period. But in our case, we are somewhat, the tech guys, so we are trying to sharpen our talent in that direction.
I think you are a bit technical. I don't know whether it's because of the PhD. Yes.
But
And,
let me just simply say that any task that you can do without much effort, without putting pressure on yourself to do that, anything that you can do naturally and freely, that should be defined as a talent. But this is not a classical definition, because a lot of things come to play in terms of location, in terms of the season or the generation to which you belong.
yes, but basically, I believe that talent is something that is inborn. Everybody has got talent, and I believe that it's something that is special and unique to you. Or do you seem to differ?
No, that's very right. But what I'm saying is, whatever society or whatever environment in which you are born will influence that, and that will also help you to harness that. So, which means that for you to even realize that it's almost, or in any case, or all the time tied to something within the society in which you are born. So it could be writing, it could be, researching, it could be doing poetry or whatever. Those things, they come to you naturally, but then in a way they are connected to the seasons.
Okay. So let's say somebody that plays, that is a very good footballer, or somebody like Obama, who is a very good public speaker. It comes natural. They don't struggle, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to term that one as talent?
Yeah, that's a talent. But then if you don't grow it, is not going to move forward. If you don't, it's like planting. If you don't provide the necessary fertilizer, whatever you plant is not going to grow. So it's not just like because it comes to you naturally, you just, you know, say this thing is coming to me naturally and this is my talent, so I'm not going to polish it.
Yeah. Yeah, that I think that is a different angle, but I just wanted to understand the basics of what talent is.
That's
Whether
right.
you are nurturing it or you are not nurturing it,
Yeah,
is it what people can really identify as talent? Now, how
that's
does
right.
one identify their talent?
Well, I'm always going to say that whatever I'm saying is not classical. Uh, there could be different angles to it. So, for instance, maybe just ask yourself, what are you really good at? Or ask your close pals, what do you really do freely? You can even talk to your parents. Ask your parents, what do you do or what have you been doing when you were younger? Your younger self, what have you been doing? What kind of groupings? What are you, sort of the person who just pick the pen and the pencil, draw something, write something? What do you usually do? And then you can also look at volunteering. In most cases, when you volunteer, it is basically because there's something within you which you give freely. There's something within you which you want to let out. So you volunteer to undertake or to sort of go into those tasks. The other bit is healthy competition, in the sense that somebody is doing something, you just look at that and see how that fits into your jurisdiction. And so you try to see if you can push yourself to do something similar. And that is going to spark something within you, which is going to tell you, okay, so you can actually do this freely, but then you might need to develop some skills to be able to go up the ladder.
Why is that a lot of people are not able to identify their talent?
One, it could be in a sense that one, maybe complacency. You because the basis we have said is that the thing comes to you naturally. It is something which is somewhat inborn. So you will feel like, okay, I'm already good at this. I cannot really, or I don't have to really go for classes or go for upgrading or go for training to be able to polish it. But for you to be able to do that or sort of grow your talents, you would have to polish yourself. You would have to, go for maybe seminars or just connect with people who will be able to polish you up to push your talent forward. It's like somebody saying, I'm good at playing football, and then you don't go for training. So how do you expect to become the best? It's never going to happen. The fact that it comes to you naturally does not mean that if you don't practice, you're going to make it. It's just like this old adage which says that practice makes man perfect.
Mm. But the fact is that if you cannot identify it, then how can you even talk about nurturing it?
Yeah,
Because
that
the reason why I'm asking that is that a lot of people are not able to identify it, not to talk about really working on it to make it.
mm. My prior input is that for you to be able to identify your talent, one thing you can look at is ask yourself, what do you do freely? What comes to you without effort? What can you just naturally do? That's one. Another thing to look at is, I said earlier, healthy competition. You know, in a sense that someone is doing something, maybe what you're doing now with these T2I TV thing, somebody can also, or is also naturally good at presentation and maybe being on the seat and also interviewing people. But the fact that there is no one there to actually, for him to, or for her to compare himself or herself to, she will not be, or he will not be able to push forward. So seeing you will somewhat spark some sort of competition in me that, okay, if you are doing it and this thing comes to me naturally, I can also do that. That is one way to identify it. The other bit is to ask your close pals or ask your family. I said earlier, you can ask your parents, what were you really good at, or what were you really doing in your younger days, or as a young person, or as a kid? Were you the one who just pick a pencil and draw, or were you the one who just pick a pen and an empty page and start to write something? Or are you sort of the person who go to church and always join, the drama group and be acting, all these Bible stories and all of that? Those things will tell you what really your talent is and what you need to do. But again, it has to go with time. It should be, which means that if we are in this space now, which is the tech world or the tech generation, and then your talent is just maybe you trying to act movie or you act in movies, and you are not in line with how you can fuse your talent with emerging technologies and all of that, you will be behind. I'm not pretty sure if that answers you rightly, but the key thing I'm saying is that for you to be able to identify your talent, you need to mirror yourself from the eyes of every other person who is close to you, and also ask yourself, what are you really good at? What comes to you freely? What comes to you naturally?
Wow. Yes, yes, yes. So after identifying your talent, some people go to sleep and they think they are good enough. They never harness that talent for it to really get to its to maximize its potential. Then the fact is that how do you really nurture your talent for you to really maximize your potential for you to become the go-to person when it comes to that field?
I'm just looking at some questions from here as well.
Yeah, you just go on with my discussion first. We'll go to that, yeah?
Right. Awesome. You know, here is the bit that, you know, your circle is going to define you. And for you to be able to grow, you need to move in a direction which is in your favor. Now, if you're really keen to develop your talent, you need to look at things that you can do. Do you need to develop new skills? Do you need to go for training in any sort of, for instance, people are just good at programming. So the fact that you're just good at programming doesn't mean that when you sit at home without learning new tools or how to apply new tools in programming, you'll be able to grow your talent and become successful. So it comes to the point again of educating yourself, not necessarily in the formal sector, but then, whichever way that can be done. Some people are self-taught and they are really good. So identifying is not enough, but watering that by getting mentors or by, identify people that can help you to grow that is another thing. And also attaching yourself to groups or organizations which will help you to learn new skills that you can fuse with what you already have naturally. There are too many ways to look at it, but the thing is, you don't necessarily have to look at just one bit of it. The other bit is, if this is really working for you, or A is working for person A, the same approach might not work for person B, which means that you would have to see, one, the environment in which you are and the kind of people who will help you to achieve that. That is why everyone maybe across will say that this person is my mentor, that person is my, because there is something which you want to learn from the person to push you forward.
Yeah, but that really takes me to consistency, right? For you to succeed in your talent development, one of the things that you need is to be consistent with your development, and that is in your nurturing process. Now, why is it that a lot of people are not consistent with their talent development?
The thing is, things take time to grow, right? So the fact that even something is coming to you naturally does not mean that if you give it a week or a month, it's going to grow. And people need to be encouraged. The thing is, we are exposed in a world that we see things to be happening so fast, and we want things to happen like that to us or for us. So another bit is having the right counsel and having the right connections or networks. So you might be consistent, but then it's going to take time, which means that maybe you are not doing something right, or maybe your talent is not, you know, in tune with the current timing. Something has to change. For instance, if you are very good at farming and you think you can still use the traditional methods of farming in this current world, it might not work. If you rely just on the rain to always come, and then you're talking about climate change and flooding, which is some areas being degraded, some areas being exposed to um, extreme hot conditions. You cannot say, well, farming is all I do, that is what I need to do, and you still stick to the traditional ways and you'll be able to make gains. You would have to learn the new approaches, which means you have to integrate that with, say, irrigation, which means you are developing yourself and linking that to the current situation to bring growth.
Wow. What is the relationship between talent and career development? Is there any relationship? Is there any link?
Yeah, there is a link in the sense that organizations now, for instance, there's this Hungarian uh, HR approach. What they do is to fish out people with these natural skills and put them in positions and still train them to, again, I'll get back to the point of acquiring new skills to attain the right organizational goals or whatever organizational goals that they have set. So it is tailored towards efficiency. For you to even maybe go to school to study arts, you would have identified that you are good at arts. You can easily draw, you can easily sing, you can easily write something. And for your career development, you want to pursue something related to arts. You are not going to be doing maybe science or mathematics when you know very well that naturally you can write or you can draw. So that is where the link is. That I know I can write. So what I will do by identifying that I can naturally write, I can write freely. I would rather do something related to writing than doing something which is not writing. And then that means that I am connecting my talent to my skills development and my career. So you find somebody in the movie industry or somebody who is doing music and really good at it. One, because that thing comes naturally. And two, because the person is being able to develop new skills to add to what is naturally there. And they're exploding. They are becoming so successful.
Do you think our educational system, especially the grading system in our education, does it allow us for us to really relate or connect our talent to the kind of career that we want? Because somebody might be very good in IT, that is the person has got all the skills, but probably due to the exams, the person did not do well, so he didn't get the right grade to go there. Do you think our educational system is aligned to our skills?
I think that's a very complicated one. And to the best of my knowledge, I would say that we are so much. When you say our, I understand, or I'm taking it as Ghanaian or African educational system, and I'll speak for Ghana in a way because I know a bit about that. We are so much exam focused, and we have refused to see the potentials of students. This is also not just because it is about the educational system. It is also because of upbringing and how parents foresee or want to see the kids grow. Like everyone is saying, I want a doctor in the family. Everyone is saying, I mean, I want a medical doctor in the family. Everyone is saying, I want, electrical engineer. I want mechanical engineer. And then we tend to forget about what exactly that child is really good at, and we can help him or her to develop. So people are being pushed to do things that are not really something they would have done, but because society is saying that they would have to do that. So it has to start with a primary educational system where we are able to develop an approach which will identify or will help kids, even the teachers at the basic school levels, to be able to spot what really these kids are good at. But again, you look at our population, too many students in a particular class, it is very difficult for the teacher to be able to, say that, okay, this kid is good at that, that one is good at this. That's going to be too much of a work. That is why the parents also play a role. When the kids are home, what do they really do? So we should shift from all these. I'm not saying it's not the best to do, but what I'm saying is, in my opinion, we need to link potential developments to our educational system, where we are not so much focused on examination, but also focused on the two in the sense that one, the potential, and two, the examination. So you are not just saying exam, or potential. You combining the two. So whatever someone or a kid is going to study will be related to whichever angle or talent or abilities that that child is being born with.
Yeah, because I think you are making a great point there. Because our kind of educational system does not really harness talent and really connect it via the kind of education we want to have in terms of the course we want to do. And I think it all boils down to spotting the talent at an early age so that that child will be skewed to that particular path in the journey of life. Now, in terms of career, now it means that a lot of people come out of university, especially in Africa, and they end up doing a course they don't like doing. Do you think this really affect them in the near future in terms of their performance and what they really want to achieve in life?
It does, but again, that's like a two-way thing. Sometimes it's just because, for instance, your peers are going to university, so you also want to go, and it doesn't really matter to you what is there you want to study. The mindset is just okay. I also want to go to university and have the certificate. So, but again, what people or what we used to understand is, or what we used to know, or what we are told these days, that the university education, especially bachelors, only broadens your mind to look at things in a different perspective. But then that is not really the case, in a sense that you might want to pursue something which you really want to do, but you are not really in the position to do that. So whatever comes, you just accept that, and then you move on. So people finish and they sit back and they wanna, why did I even do this? So you see them moving from place to place or from career to career, which also means that from the onset you are not able to identify what really you want to do. And that goes back again to the foundation, where at the basic school level or senior high school level, you are not really able to determine, or your teachers were not able to help you, or your parents were not able to help you to really identify what you can do.
So then it means that it depends on the person to really make that right decision from there, right?
That's right, from the scratch. If you're able to do that, it's just going to be like a smooth journey for you, and you'll be happy doing what you're doing, because this is something that naturally comes to you, and you can freely flow with it, and you want to develop yourself in that area and throughout.
Now let's get to this space where somebody finishes university, um, finding it difficult to get a job, and it is their only focus that if I don't get a job, then what is the next step for me? So they just end up staying at one place, waiting for that job that sometimes never comes, especially in a Ghanaian or African setting. Now, for those people, does it mean that they were not able to identify their talent? And that means they could have used their talent as an alternative for not getting a job?
Not necessarily. You see, that's where I was saying that the talent is connected to the generation, or the timing in which you are born. It could also mean that that is your talent, that is what you wanted to pursue, and you had studied that. But the job is not just there for you to do. So, what will be an add-on for you to be able to find something that's not really or not entirely the same thing, but then connected to what you had studied, which means that you are not really shifting from your talents, but then you are adding something which will help you. Because the other bit of you developing your talent is that you need to be open to change. Because when things are changing, you would have to change in that direction.
Wow. So change is a big factor, right?
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
You can't stick, because we are all wired, and then we are wired with many things. It depends on the one that you want to push to grow. That is what really grows. So if you are all in set on one thing, and that one thing is not working, look for the next. There's a lot in here that we can develop. It's just also the mindset and how you try to push yourself and being able to change, to meet or to map with the current situations.
Yeah, but that brings me, because my next question obviously was going to be mindset. But do you think we have got that dynamic mindset where if A is not working, we can easily shift to B? If B is not working, we can really find an alternative. Do you think we have got that dynamic mindset, especially as Africans?
Well, I think we Africans generally, we're very resilient, and we we are really strong in terms of mindset. But the thing is, change is really difficult for everyone, especially when you look at your background and when you think you have sacrificed a lot for just one thing to work, and the thing is not working, and then you have to shift to another. Then you are looking at your age as well and see, okay, how old am I today? And how long is it going to take me? If it has taken me this long, but I've not been able to attain this, and I'm shifting out to this, how long will it take me? So it also a bit of networking and a bit of grace and a bit of the people within your circle. I think that's really going to help you, in the sense that when something is not working, those very close people will tell you, if you do A or if you do that, it might help you to get to where you need to get to.
Because people find it difficult to really sustain that energy that is going to really cause them to break through at the end.
Mm.
And they try one thing, it doesn't work, then the next best bet is to give up. Then they look for that other option to start, and they give up. Now, why is it that we are not really wired to find out alternative ways of doing things, but rather we just succumb to challenges? Is it because we are not resilient with our talent, or we don't know what we are going to get out of whatever we are pursuing? We don't know the end goal. What actually is the problem?
One bit is also about, I think it depends on the individual. Some people just don't give up.
Mm.
I can say that I'm an example. I don't give up. I persist. You know, so it depends on personal goals as well as what you really want to attain. And so if you know that this is important to you, or for you, and to your family and to your community and to your country and continent, it doesn't matter what is not working for you, you'll still find a way out. And it is also about who is in your network, because at some point we're all humans, you just get to the point where you break down. But somebody can just tell you something which is gonna, and again, you can look at the stories of others, right? So people break through at certain ages. And again, there's this simple thing that we need to understand, that there is no specific age which you need to get things done. as long as there is life and you keep pushing and you believe that this thing will work, it's going to get through. So it's about you having, that zeal and vigor to keep yourself going, even if it doesn't look like it's going to work. Because, people who are change makers are radicals, and they're always the odd ones. The things that they believe in, the things that they push forward for, they always look at them, or people always look at them as something which can never work. But you know your dreams, you know what you can do with it, you know what you can attain with it. And so you just have to keep pushing.
You just have to keep pushing, and I think that is where actually the problem is, and the point is that you'll be able to identify your talent. You'll be able to be in the career you want to be. How do you get to the top?
How do you get to the top?
Yes.
Right. You can ask yourself, how did you get to where you have gotten to? And so by answering that, you already have some leverage or some indicators of how you're able to break through from where you have been to where you are. And to keep going means that you need to keep developing yourself, which means that, you need to be open to knowledge. You need to be open to new things, to learn new things, to be able to apply them. So, COVID has taught us that things can be done remotely.
Mm-hmm.
So when we look back home and our internet is not really, with that sort of speed that we would have wanted it to be, and people need to do teaching online, that is, shifting from the face-to-face thing to online approach, which means, okay, our professors, our lecturers, our tutors, teachers, they have to learn these new skills of teaching online, right? So that is a new thing, and they are picking this knowledge, or they have picked these skills to be able to stay in abreast. So to keep yourself on top and to get going to the top, you would have to be learning new things and apply it to what you already have.
Wow. I think I've got some few comments here. Art of the head wrap says natural abilities. He also says, I
That's
believe
right.
that Dr. H is saying that you can take tests about talent.
Yeah.
You can ask the people closest to you and ask yourself what comes to you naturally.
Mm.
And BK Azraku says, watching live all the way from Ghana. And Art of
Oh,
the head wrap says,
hello everyone. Thank
Yes.
you. That's awesome. Great contributions.
Yes, and head of out of the head wrap also
The
says
head wrap.
watching all the way from Ferguson.
Hi, Imani. Thanks. Bright. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
Yes, and there is a lot of people think getting to the top is easy, but staying at the top, I believe, is very difficult. How can one sustain its brand or that level where they really aspire to be and they are there now? How did they sustain that level?
Well, if I had not answered that already, the key thing is the current trends or situations will tell you what you have to do, which means that you need to move according to change. And so the example I was putting across earlier is this, that once most of the teaching and skills development is now being done online, teachers or tutors have to develop skills on how to undertake or to be able to give online classes. Those who have not been able to do this in the past are now able to do that. And to sustain your brand or an institution, it means that you need to have these new skills and be able to apply them. So if you are, stuck on traditional approaches or primitive approaches, you will not be able to. So you have to keep moving, which means that change is constant. And this change should be connected to current findings, current approaches, current developmental goals, and what is really going to work. And the other bit is, one, there should be R&D, research and development. This is going to tell you where the loopholes are, what you have to do to bridge all the gaps and to keep going.
Wow. If you're watching us for the first time, like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is T2I TV UK.
Great, thank you, Imani.
Yes, we are also on Instagram and we are also on Twitter as well, and also on TikTok. Like our pages. And also, if you are watching this live interview, I will encourage you to share this, share it to a page, share it to a group. Just drop it in a WhatsApp group or to your contact for somebody to listen to this powerful discussion with Dr. Collins Gamali Hodoli. And I believe I'm really enjoying it, and I hope you are also enjoying it. Now, what are you going to tell anybody that have not been able to identify their talent?
I'll just go to say that the points we had said earlier or had talked about earlier, which Imani also did quote in the comment section, is, there are some web-based, how do I say, portals which you can use, or there are some portals you can use to actually undertake a test to really tell yourself what you are good at. That's one. The other bit is, you asking people close to you what they think or what they feel you are good at. And I said again that you can even ask your parents, when you were pretty young, what were you really good at? What have you been doing at your younger age? And you can just look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what comes to you naturally? What do you do without so much effort? And if you're able to discover that, then you can connect with mentors. You can connect with people who are established in those fields to help you grow your talent. And you also need to develop skills by connecting with these mentors or by connecting with these folks that are already in the industry and doing well. You open yourself to new skills which you don't have, but then something which is naturally there for you, and you're going to add to that, which will help you to grow or to become successful.
Now, money is a big factor when it comes to talent. A lot of people, when they start developing their talent, they want to make money the next day. And actually, it doesn't work that way. Sometimes it can take a long time when it comes to talent for you to really see money or resources coming to you. Now, how are you going to really tell people that developing your talent is money doesn't come first, but working hard comes first? And how can they sustain that until they start seeing resources?
Excuse me. Oprah Winfrey said something, but this is not exactly how she put it. But then there is something which she said, which is related to significance of service. That is how you become great. So the service you render, your gift that you sort of commit yourself to give to the world, that is what is going to make you great. Which means that for you to really give your time to something means that you believe in a thing. But if your concentration is just how much money you can make instantly from that, I don't think it is possible, or it will be possible for you to get to the top, because the mindset is just on the money, not really growing your talent. If it is on growing your talent, it means that it means that you are putting all the energy into what is within you. And when the globe is seeing that, that is when the money comes. When that is, helping society, that is when the money comes. So, for instance, all these maybe not for profits, they don't just start today and then they start making something. But it is a service that they render to society. That is what brings the returns for the people who are running them to sustain themselves. But if the mindset was for them or for these organizations to be making money, I don't think they will be trying to address any societal issue. But it's about the service, and the service brings the returns. And this service is tied to the talent.
Wow. Trust me, I'm really enjoying this discussion. And when the conversation is good, before you realize you are on top of the hour. Now, let's read some few comments, then
Yeah.
we will continue our discussion. I have got Art of the Head Wrap says, getting to
Mm-hmm.
the top and also means staying in touch with mentors, growing that
That's right.
network. Then Georgina S. Bimpong, and my sister from another mother says, good evening, Paul. Then Art of the Head Wrap comes again and says, Oprah says, you are on the road to success if you will do your job and not be paid
Not
for
be paid for it. That's right.
it. That is really powerful. And
Yeah.
also he also says that do work that you love and the work fulfills you. The
The
reward
rest will come.
will come. That is really
Awesome.
powerful statement
Thanks
for
a lot, Imani. I
yes,
appreciate the inputs.
that is really powerful statement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're just going to wrap up. But before we go, let me give a few mentions of my sponsors. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy, and Train to Inspire Consultancy is your business training and consulting firm. We work with different consultants across the globe to deliver bespoke training programs for your organization. Also, ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call them and they will sort you out. ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. They just launched their ZPay mobile money USSD code, and that is star 270 hash. Just dial it on your phone and register for ZPay mobile money. Then Wheels for Sure. Wheels for Sure is your car leasing company for every credit. Wheels for Sure says it doesn't matter your credit. Just call them and you walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. Now, with Wheels for Sure, they are based in the UK and they have got packages for everyone, especially key workers in the UK. If you're a key worker, that is, you work in the NHS or in the health industry, just connect to them. When you call them, quote T2ITV 2020, and they are going to give you a very good deal. Also, for if you want to contact any of our sponsors, their numbers are scrolling on the screen. Take their numbers and call them. And trust me, tell them that you got the number from T2ITV UK, and you are more likely to get a very good deal. Now, Miss Dr. Collins Gamali Hodoli, I really thank you very much for coming on the show, and we really enjoyed every bit of the discussion.
I appreciate you, brother. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Really
Now,
good too.
what is your last word to everybody, and what are you doing?
Well, thanks a lot to all listeners and people who have, taken part, especially Bride and the comments from Imani out of the head wrap. I appreciate that. Those inputs were really great. and to your sister as well, and to everyone who is not being able to make any comments. But there's a quote that I saw somewhere, which I want to read as the last bit of whatever I have to say. It is titled Die Empty.
Mm.
And this is it. Plan to die empty by unleashing the valuable gifts and potential resources within you. When you serve the world with your gifts, you always feel happy and fulfilled. Die empty. Plan to die empty by unleashing the valuable gifts and potential resources within you. When you serve the world with your gifts, you will always feel happy and fulfilled. Thank you very much.
Wow, that is really powerful. Die empty, and I think it's one of the iconic statements of Miles Morrow. May you go rest in perfect peace. A lot of people, they say when you go to the grave, that is where all the great ideas are, because a
Mm,
lot of people did not really get the opportunity, or they never took the full step
mm,
to really make the world know what was in them.
that's right.
So don't die with all the ideas in you. Unleash them to the world and
Mm,
let the world know what you are capable of. And out of your ideas, you will impact the world positively. So your talent, your giftings, and the skill set that you have are very critical to your success in life, and not only your life and your immediate family, but the world at large.
that's
What are you waiting for? It's time to identify your talent, and it's time to harness it. It is time to work on it so that you become the go-to person. That is, when they are looking for the best musician across the globe, your name will be mentioned. If they are looking for the best footballer, your name will be mentioned. If they are looking for the best IT guru, your name will be mentioned. But this does not come cheap. It comes with hard work, perseverance, and persistence. It comes with your dedication. It comes with your self-belief. It comes with you having the mindset that there is nothing impossible that you cannot achieve if you put your mind to. So we are all born for greatness, but not all of
that's
us
right.
will die great. Why? Because many of us will give up along the way, and many of us are going to sit down waiting for opportunities instead of going for an opportunity or creating one for themselves. It all relies on you. Your success and your failure depends on you, not on a third party. Third parties are there to support you, but they don't come holding the steering wheel, taking you to your destination. You are responsible for your own steering wheel. Many people refuse to take the steering wheel, but rather they decide to be as a passenger. If you want to be as a passenger, you will never have the control for you to hold your destiny to the level you want it to be. Go out there and pursue your talent, because it is free and it is embedded in everyone. It's wonderful for everyone watching us. If you really enjoy this discussion, please share it to a page. Just share it to the world for somebody to really enjoy this conversation. And also like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And trust me, this is the best platform when it comes to education for those in diaspora and on the African continent. You can't afford to miss it. I always said it, that we have invested our time in entertainment, comedy, politics, and sports for far too long. Too long. It is time for us to invest in education. It is time for us to invest in educational programs like this, and it is time for us to really work hard for us to achieve our goals. Trust me, if we work together the way we are doing now, over time, all of us are going to succeed as a continent. Today, Nigeria celebrates 60 years of independence. And trust me, I want to thank all Nigerians for their contribution to their continent. But I also believe that Nigeria could do better.
Thank you.
A country that I call the United States of Africa does not even have electricity, considering the amount of resources, especially the human resource that they have. It is about time we invest in education and in programs like this to enlighten people for us to succeed as a continent. So, Dr. Collins, thanks once again, and God richly bless
Thank you very much.
you. And out of the head route, thanks, he said, thanks, Oscar, great host. Thank you very much for your kind words. And always, I would like you to be here out of the head wrap to really contribute to discussion.
That's right.
I have got a lady who is a consultant. She is a family woman, and she is a gospel singer from Nigeria, based in the UK. She is combining all these three with success. A lot of people are always complaining, just even pursue one career. She is doing all these three, and she is successful in what she does. She is going to give us the keys for us to manage all these three. You can't afford to miss it. It's going to be a powerful discussion. Join us same time, 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern time USA, and we will come to you with a powerful discussion. On Tuesdays, we interview young people between the ages of 12 to 30 years on the continent of Africa and in diaspora for them to share their stories to inspire other young people. You cannot afford to miss Tuesdays at all. God richly bless everybody, and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Yep.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.